is 19.
Well, the game was really a lot of fun the first 4 or 5 minutes. After that, it got to be a lot like work. But first 4 or 5 minutes was really a lot of fun. And then you got to congratulate Maryland because they just kept playing basketball and didn't think the game was over. They kept playing. They got it to 3 several times in the first half. And then we made a couple of plays right before the end of the half and got it back out. And then I think the closest they got in the second half was 8. Thought Marcus was sensational in the second half except for one turnover and one near turnover that he had there at the end, but he's usually a heck of a lot smarter than he was today. But he played his tail off and made some big shots for us. I thought Bryce really came through. He had his best practice of his entire life yesterday, and I hope that translates into good play the rest of the season. But he was really important to us. A lot of times they went small, and we still had 2 post players in there, but it was harder for Kennedy and Joel, and we had a tough time with Charlie Mitchell, the way he rebounded the ball. But second half, I thought we did some good things, and yet they kept coming at us, but we kept answering, and I thought that was the whole key to the game, is that we never got frustrated, and we kept answering their runs.
I know you said you can't really explain why Marcus plays so much better sometimes in the second half. What do you think he has within him?
Well, I think he's really a tough competitor, but it's, we also have some stats that show sometimes he's great in the first half and slows down in the second half. I asked him 2 times tonight if he needed a break, and I didn't take him out of the game in the second half, but there were a lot of timeouts, so I hope that was good. But no, I can't explain except that he's really a tough competitor.
Coach, how confident is this team now for a 4-game winning streak as compared to earlier in the season?
Well, there's no question we're a lot more confident than we were at that point. We didn't think we could beat 5 of you guys, at some point. And y'all don't look that impressive as a basketball team, to be honest with you. But I guess I could include myself in that group too. But I think that they are more confident. I think they bought into the sense of urgency issue that we've been preaching all year long. I think we are getting a little better defensively, and James Michael is really playing hard. I don't think James Michael had a game tonight that was anything like his effort showed, and his effort has been really important to us the last 4 or 5 games. We still got to do some work on the free throw line. Somebody asked me if I was really pleased at the press conference the other day, and what did I tell you? No. It's a daily thing. Some days I make a lot of putts, and some days I don't make many, but for us, just answering their charges, answering their pushes, I think was the biggest point of the game.
With Bryce scoring 19, and I guess it's been a few other guys, the games leading up to this, but how important is it to have that third scoring option behind?
It really is. Well, it's important in different ways, too, because I told him in the first half at halftime, I said those guys that came in the game didn't give us anything. And when I put you in the game as a substitute, you got to give us something positive, whether it's defense or rebounding or scoring. It makes no difference. But I didn't think we got much of a lift. And then Jackson did some good things defensively, and Bryce scored a couple. I think he was 4 for 4 at half. But we didn't get as much from the other guys. And then I think that Bryce really picked us up in the second half, particularly when James Michael got in foul trouble.
Coach, after that 19-3 start, Maryland responded with a 16-3 run.
Mm-hmm.
Was that more what they were doing, or were your guys?
Well, it was 19-3, and then James Michael made a mistake in the corner, and the guy makes a 3. And then it's a little bit what I was referring to. We brought in some subs, and we weren't nearly as good offensively, and we turned it over and took some bad shots, and that led to runouts for them, and we didn't do a good job stopping their break. Then when we went back and put the starters back in, we were anxious on the offensive end. We took several bad shots, and after we got them to calm down a little bit and get good shots, we came out and did some good things then, because I think didn't we say they got it to 3 in the first half several times, and we take it back out to 12 at half and have a guy who can really shoot the ball missing 2 free throws with 4/10 of a second to play. So I was pleased about that. And but again, there's a lot of guys. I mean, I can look down there. I didn't say anything. JP's 1 for 4, and he's 0 for 2 from the line. From 3, and 1 for 2 from a free throw line. It's 3 points. But he had 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and he had a tremendous block early in the game. It looked like they had a wide open layup. So I can go down through there that we had a lot of guys that do a lot of good things.
Anybody else? I know you've been dealing with the dizzy spells. Was that one particularly bad?
Yeah, I mean, it didn't feel good, but it's 2 or 3 seconds, and like I say, it's been happening since I was 13, 14, 15 years old. And if Bryce had stopped dunking and screaming there instead of running his butt back on defense, that'd probably help some of it. But I told him we were going to have a meeting. No, I told him I was going to kill him, to be honest. And Coach Robinson said if he didn't do that to me first. And I know that's not proper in today's times, but I don't want to read any junk about me. I shouldn't say that. There is he knows, well, he thinks I won't do that. That's probably a good way to put it. Anybody else got anything?
Coach Turgeon, and he's
Oh,
ready
and
to go.
understand, that guy coaches on the other bench is a big-time basketball coach, too. And he's one of my favorite people in the world.
Players available in the lines.